I've made info product sellers over $1 million in the last 12 years, working with the biggest personal brands on YouTube. To list some, the Growth Partner, Breast Scales, Flip Smiles, there's tons of names on here, and I've been doing this for years now. And if you can just give me 12 minutes of your time, I'm gonna break down how I would 12x your info product profits using YouTube. Not only is this a blueprint I've used for all the clients you see on this testimonial screen right now, but it's something that can be applied to any niche, any info product, as long as you're selling high ticket. So I'm setting a 12-minute timer here. Let's get straight into it. So first things first is going to be maximizing nurture by focusing on your ICP over virality. A lot of people think they need tons of views to actually convert to cash, but that is far from the truth. All you need to do is actually create content that is positioned towards your ideal customer profile, and basically think of it like psychology. Basically posting content that's going to pop up directly in front of who you want to sell to, and that's how you're going to be able to get cash in your pocket without getting tons of views or having to be cringe on YouTube and make thumbnails like you're Mr. Beast. And the way we actually do this is by creating videos around your sales objections and the pains and desires of your ideal customer profile. And the way that we actually do this is through just reverse engineering the actual insights that you're getting from the sales objections, that you're getting from the pains and desires, and reverse engineer those into video ideas. And now these video ideas are going to be what actually appeal to who you want to sell to, instead of creating random content that's going to get views but actually won't convert into cash for your offer. A lot of people who sell info products will just get on YouTube and think they can just create content around anything, but that's how you get in a loop of having content that doesn't even help nurture your audience and doesn't even convert to sales, compared to my clients like you see here, who are collecting multi six figures per year by just posting simple YouTube videos and having us handle the entire process for them. And the best part about YouTube is that it's the nurture. The nurture aspect is these videos last 24/7 and continue growing like a chart forever if you actually do YouTube the right way. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video if you continue to stay and watch the rest of the steps that I have to cover. But now let's get into step number 3. You have to have a funnel of content that allows you to actually go ahead and grow your audience, nurture your audience, and convert your audience. A huge misconception is that people will start posting on YouTube and they start posting the same exact videos every single week, and that's not what you want to do. What you want to do is have top of funnel content that is able to capture a longer total addressable market. You want to have middle of funnel content that is explainer videos that can basically draw in people that understand what you're doing but just want some more value. And then you can have bottom of funnel content, which is specifically targeted towards who you actually want to sell to and is niche specific already. If you have these, the top of funnel content will be very broad. I'll put a B here for that, and we'll be able to actually grow your audience. If you use the middle of funnel content properly, you're going to actually be able to nurture people that already understand about what you sell or what you do. And then with the bottom of funnel content, you're going to actually be able to convert. And how I think about these is top of funnel videos are typically videos that are just broad, typical business advice, or it could be things like vlogs that humanize your brand. Middle of funnel content is how-to videos or explainer content, and bottom funnel videos are typically niche specific or can be case study interviews. It can be like quote unquote free courses and really valuable stuff that is really niche down to who you want to sell to. And to go into step number 4, leverage proven outliers and video formats on YouTube and adapt them to your niche. And this really comes down to packaging your titles and thumbnails. On YouTube, you can use a platform called vidIQ that will actually allow you to find these outlier videos, whether it's their titles, their thumbnails, the on-camera presence of what they're actually doing in the videos. You can take inspiration from this and really bring it over to your niche where barely anybody is really using YouTube tactics, and then people are going to be, more appealed to this stuff because it's proven to work before, and now you're just putting your own unique spin onto it. And how I think about the titles and the thumbnails really comes down to the thumbnail is what will get the attention of who you want to sell to. And typically in your thumbnail, what you want to have is the desired outcome of your ideal customer profile. And this is going to be typically like money in the thumbnail through a visual graph board or Stripe dashboard, something like that. And then the title is what we use to get curiosity. So you want to make someone curious to click. Once they get the attention of, oh, okay, I've seen this thumbnail, they're gonna go to read the title. And with the title, you want them to be curious and be like, okay, I'm appealed by this thumbnail. What title would I have to read in order for me to be curious to click this video? And that's how you should think about it. So step number 5, you can have all the pieces of this puzzle that I've already broken down to you, but if you do not know how to portray yourself the right way on camera, none of this really matters, because people are not going to listen to what you're saying. You actually want to make sure you have proper lighting. You want to make sure you have good sound design, a proper camera. So when you get on camera, your presence is something that people want to feel and actually listen to. Yes, you can make raw videos on YouTube, but there is a such thing as making content in the wrong way, and you want to avoid this by, actually speaking with some energy. Nobody likes boring, so be energetic, be someone that people want to listen to. Change of tone, going higher, going lower, depending on what you're talking about, and just simply being interesting on camera will allow people to want to listen and watch your content more often. And this is something you can perfect and get better at over time. And then for step number 6, what you want to do is utilize YouTube SEO and leverage your YouTube content within your actual info product funnel. And you want to be consistently posting one time per week. But how do you actually, leverage this content within your funnel, right? So you can post on YouTube, and if you properly, leverage this content, that can be used on LinkedIn. It can be used as pre-call material. It can be used on Instagram. It can be used on Twitter. It can be used on your email list. So there's so many aspects that go into actually leveraging your YouTube content. And if done properly, you will be able to reap the benefits of it, especially if you're able to tap into using YouTube tracking and seeing where your cash collected is coming from, which specific videos they're coming from, and actually doubling down on those certain videos, and once again tapping them into all these platforms that I just listed right here. But a thing is, people will start posting content and doing well, and they won't stay consistent. If you don't stay consistent, it's not the end of the world, but imagine the person that's posting one time per week over the person that's posting one time per month. You will reap the benefits if you stay consistent and actually give value to your customer, because once again, YouTube is a game where the nurture just continues to grow, and the more consistent you are, you will reap the benefits. This is essentially everything that I'm doing to scale my clients to doing over 6 figures per year with YouTube. Once again, the results are here. So if you want to work with us, click the first link down below to book a call to talk to me personally, and I'll see if we can work something out. Besides that, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.